So before we get started, check out the following links in the description box below as highlighted in the image shown. So you'll be able to get our past papers, our link to our official website, link to accreditations, our link to donation page, and contact details in the description. So once you'll be watching a certain video of any lesson or of any past paper, you'll be able to get all these links, and you can be able to get to download past papers, to reach to our official website. You'll be able to see links to our accreditations so that you can see which authorities have accredited us. You'll be able to reach to our donation page as well as our contact details.
Okay, welcome back to another lesson. We continue with our revision series. And in this video, our focus shall be on an exam that was done in December 2022, Fundamentals of Finance. And we are narrowing down to question number 1. And question number 1A reads, outline 3 limitations of retained earning as a source of finance. I'm going to present my solutions here. The first limitation is uncertainty. Uncertainty. By this we mean that businesses are often unsure. Businesses are often unsure of how much profits they shall make, of how much profits they will generate, and therefore difficult to predict the amount of retained earning, and therefore difficult to predict the amount of retained earning. Another limitation is limited flexibility. Limited flexibility. Here we see that retained earnings can only be used to finance business operations, can only be used to finance business operations, and not acquisition of long-term assets, and not acquisition of long-term assets. Another limitation is limited availability. Limited availability. By this we mean that retained earnings are subject to the amount of profits generated. Retained earnings are subject to the amount of profits realized, amount of profits generated by the business. So those are some of the limitations of retained earning as a source of finance. Now we move on to question part B, 1B, where you are asked, explain 3 non-financial goals of the firm. When you're talking about the non-financial goals, we are talking about the goals that are not aimed to monetary gains. and that is 1B. The first non-financial goal is creating a positive working environment. Creating a positive working environment. Here we say that employees will perform well when there is a flexible working hours, and employees performance in a positive working environment, and flexible working hours, are among the goals of the firm, Another non-financial goal is grow customer loyalty. By this we mean that focus on creating customers' experience. Focus on creating a customer experience. That will encourage repeat purchase. Repeat purchase. Another one is enhance operational efficiency. Enhance operation efficiency. That is streamline operations to reduce cost and increase productivity. Another one is create a positive brand image. Create a positive brand image. This is by promoting business values, product and services to the public, or to the image of, or in the public eye. We can say that the brand, creating a positive brand image, we say that here is business values, product and services, being positive in the public eye. Be positive image in the public eye. Yeah, those are some of the non-financial goals. Maybe others could be establish community partnership, establish community partnership, etc. Good. That is it about non-financial goals of the firm. And these are goals that are not aimed at generating monetary gain. The firm will perform to create a positive working environment, grow customer loyalty, enhance operation efficiency, create a positive brand image, establish community partnership. All these goals are not aimed at generating more profits. Now, we move on to part C. Here, to that HECO Limited has the following capital structure, which is considered optimal. We have the debt, and the par value there is 1,000. Total value is 300 million. Preference shares 100 per value. Then you also have ordinary shares. And then you are told that additional information, the investor of HECO Limited expected earning and dividends to grow at a constant rate of 9%. That is the growth rate. The company has just paid ordinary shares dividends of 4.2 per share. That is the current dividend declared. The current market price of ordinary shares is 80. The firm will incur flotation cost of 4% per share to issue new shares. New preference shares can be sold at shillings 105 per shares, with dividends of shillings 11 per share and a flotation cost of shillings 10 per share. The company will issue debenture under the following terms. The coupon rate is 12%. The discount is shillings 30 per debenture. Flotation cost 20 per debenture. Per value is 1,000. Maturity period is 10 years. And you are told the corporate rate is 30%. The first question here is you determine the cost of ordinary share capital. We are supposed to work out the cost of ordinary share capital. This is 1C. Now, we need to ask ourselves, how do we find the cost of ordinary share capital? The cost of ordinary share capital is given as D naught into 1 plus G divided by P naught plus G, where D naught is the current dividend, G is the growth rate, and P naught is the market price of the ordinary shares. So, from the question, you have been told that the company has already declared a dividend of 4.2 shillings. So we shall have 4.2 into 1 plus the growth rate is 9%. That is 0.09. You also told that the market share of the ordinary shares is shillings 80, then plus the growth rate, which is 0.09. When you do your calculations here, you find this is 0.1472. You multiply by 100%, and the cost becomes 14.72%. Good. That is how we find the cost of ordinary shares. Now, the next question you are asked, you determine the cost of preference shares. The cost of preference shares. The cost of preference shares. So here we are talking about the cost of preference. The cost of preference share capital. The cost of preference share capital, KP, is given as preference dividends divided by the market price of the dividends of the preference shares times 100%. Here we shall have the dividends have been declared there is 11 divided by 105 times 100%, and this will give us 10.48%. Correct. That is the cost of preference shares. Next, we are told you determine the cost of debenture capital. Look at the cost of debenture capital. 3, we are looking at the cost of debenture capital. How do we find the cost of debenture capital? KD is given as I with the interest, PV minus P or divided by N, everything over PV plus PO divided by 2, and then multiplied by after tax, that is 1 minus tax, then times 100%, where PV is per value of debenture. Here PV is per value of debenture, per value per debenture. Then P naught is the market value or the market price per share. N is the maturity period, and T is the corporate tax rate. Substituting this in our formula, you find that the cost becomes 120 plus 1000 minus 950 divided by 10, everything of 1000 plus 950 divided by 2 times 0.7, then times 100%. And this will give us the cost of debenture as 8.97%. Good. If you look at the last one, you're told you find the weighted average cost of capital using the market value weights. We look at work. Here you're supposed, part 4, you're supposed to look at work. So let's first find the market value of debentures. Market value of debentures. $3,300,000, they're in millions, these ones. Divide by 1000 times 950. That's give us 285,000. Then market value of preference shares. Market value of preference shares. We shall have 180,000 divided by 100 times 105. 105. This will give us 189,000. And finally, we have market value of ordinary ordinary shares, 720,000 divided by 100 times 80. This gives us 576,000. So your work is to find the weight. So work, we shall have the weights. From here you can find the weights of debts, that is market value of debenture. You see the weights here are talking about this divided by the total of all of them. So we shall have 0.27 times the cost of debt, which is 8.97, plus the weight of preference shares, 0.18 times their cost is 10.48, plus the weight of ordinary shares, 0.55 times their cost is 14.72. When you add all this, it's going to give you 12.41%. And that's how we find the weighted average cost of capital. So that is it about this question. This question, that's what you are to do so that you are able to score maximum marks on it. We are going to stop there, and when we meet in our next video, we shall look at the next question. It's goodbye for now.
So if you like this video, you can always enroll with us. You'll be able to access more of these revision sessions. And also you'll be able to find well done lectures or pre-recorded videos for all the KASNEB courses as well as CHRP. And in case of anything, you can always reach us out. We have our contact details on the screen. Feel free to call, feel free to WhatsApp anytime. So thank you, and let's meet in our next session.